Hi friends, very good morning. How are you doing? So hi, this side from Advait Learning. We are I'm Punarvas Jayakumar and this is Chinmaya Hegde sir here. So it's been a long time that we came live. In fact, we've been receiving messages from students that sir, both of you please come live and just interact with us. So that's the reason why we came. Apologize for yesterday. There was some technical problem. So hi Amara, hi Avinash, hi Deepak, and there are many people coming in as well. So, buddies, this session is very simple. You guys are writing in Jan 21, maybe CA Inter or CA Final, doesn't matter. So we have with us CA Chinmaya Hegde sir, who's a multiple All India rank holder. So if anybody who can understand the pulse of the students and who could figure out how to, face this next 1 month, it would be my dear friend Chinmaya sir, because he's a rank holder at all three levels. At P1, that is CPT, that is Foundation, he got rank 13. And P2, that is CA Inter, he got rank 3 and CA Final rank 39. So let's get into the mind of the rank holder and understand from his point of view how it is possible for you to cope with this 1 month. And I'll be moderating. If you have any questions and queries specific relating to subject or even relating to how to handle your state of mind, you can definitely type in there. Hi Vineet. So without further ado, we don't want to waste your time, buddies. Let's start off. So over to Chinmaya sir here.
Okay, so hello dear future chartered accountants. So this is for those who are writing the exams in January. We almost have 1 month from now. Even others who want to write exam later, if you want to do a last 1 month, this will be a similar plan which is applicable. So you are getting so much of options in our days. I mean, we are not too old, but in our days, things gets too fast old in C curriculum. We had only two options, either May or November. So you're having May, November, then became January, then again you're having in May, and you're having electives options there. Too many choices for you to make. In a way, we were more fortunate with less choices. Okay, so with that, we'll make a beginning. Yes. So very simple, as usual, we'll always start with a simple puzzle, which is a popular one. You might be aware of it. Try to answer it. What you can see once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years.
Come on guys, answer. There are so many people here waiting. Govardhan, Nakshita, Vineet. Roasting Rangers. What's your name, man? Roasting Rangers show. Okay. So come on guys, answer this. What can you see once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years? Okay, Sai Nandini has given the answer. Waiting for others. Anjana, right? KSR, hi. Come on guys. Hemant, Mohit Agarwal. Okay, you guys are typing, great.
Yeah, a very simple one, just to give it. Yes, the letter M, what comes once in a minute, letter M comes 2 times in moment and never comes in 1,000 years. So if you start looking at the literal meaning of it, I think you will never be able to get the answer. It is as simple as focusing on what is given and what is available with you. That is the theme of the session today. So when you are discussing, when you are reading, when you're preparing, what is available with you, just to focus on that. When you say when once in minute, don't think about minute means 60 seconds, 60 seconds means so much. You just think about the letter minute, keeping it very simple and just focusing only on that gives you lot of clarity and also removes lot of clusters in your mind. Okay, so what to do in last few days and what not to do in last few days is what I'll take you through. This will be more of a Q&A session, so more you ask doubts, we will be able to address to the specific needs of yours. So, and general points is what I'm covering now. So what to be done in last 30 days is give attention to core areas. You will have like category A topics in every chapter, every subject, right? In FR you will have consolidation, share-based payments. In SFM you will have derivatives, forex. You have your strength areas, you will have your category A topics that you can focus, and that is what is concentrating on core areas. Main areas is all about category A topics.
Guys, if you have any doubts, any queries, you can please type in. We are here to address them. That's why we came live. Akshata has asked, sir, please guide us for SFM. Okay, so as sir already told, so first point is to give attention to the core areas. So I think in SFM we mentioned derivatives and other chapters he will tell now. Others, if you have any doubts, please ask. So this is just an overall plan. Yes, Arjun. So sir will guide in SFM, so he'll probably take up a little bit of SFM and give an example as to how we can do it here, right? So yeah, so point number one is give attention to core areas. So let sir continue, and when there are any questions there, we will integrate that in the discussion.
Subject wise, we will take it little later. We'll take it. As of now, we'll just focus on general topics. Next thing is more focus on read and write. I know you have less time. I know you want to cover more, but it is very important to read at the same time have writing practice also, because what happens in exam, you have read so much, your hand will not move, and these days everything we will be using mobile phone or laptops for all the things. Even for teaching we use those tools. So examination still we have not reached to that stage where examination is conducted in technological way, like the way we teach. It's still pen and paper, so that basic practice, that touch is required. So for example, in a day, if you read 9 hours, at least 1 hour you should have written something. So read and write parallelly, or whatever you read, try to write it at the end of the day, few sentences at least, to be in touch with writing practice. And practice mock exams. Mock exam does not mean what is just conducted by this institute or CA institute or any private academy. Whichever mock exam, you need to have a feeling of mock exam. You need to get the practice. This I keep telling, but I would like to remind you once more. Why writing a mock exam is different from mere solving a problem or reading a topic. See, when we start a chapter, we always tell you, right, okay, today let's do portfolio management. Or today let's talk about directors. Let's talk about types of directors. Let's talk about statutory auditor. So before even you start, your mind is tuned, okay, this topic is what I'm going to read. So all the things is, mind is already collected towards it. But in examination, what will happen? You don't get any topic. It's suddenly question paper is given to you, question is given to you. So you don't have any background. So you need to have that practice of reading random questions. And that comes only by writing exams, and that is the reason many people pass in second, third attempt. Why? Because they have not practiced earlier. They get the practice through examination. So write enough mock exams so that your final will not become your mock exams. Because in CA exam they will not mention the topic name. Forget about topic name. They will not even mention the subject name. See, usually in class what happens, a teacher will teach you, you just solve it. Sometimes you just copy it, you get an assumption, you know it. Even while solving, I know what people will do. Read the question. If you're able to do, that's fine. Otherwise, look at the solution. I understood the solution. That because somebody's already solved it. But when you do it yourself, that is where the challenge will arise. So what happens in exam? You write, you look at the question paper, then you look at your friend. What is his friend? Because that's what you used to do in classes. Your friend will be looking at you only. I also don't know. We'll see you next time. So these kind of things are popular in examination. Okay, let's take few questions before we go to the next area.
All right, so Akshata and Arjun want guidance in SFM, we'll see that. Also guidance in law and audit, okay. Subject wise, we'll come to it slowly. Okay, so Periya Nayaki, she says, how many tests for each subject is necessary to give a scare-free exams? Okay, it's a nice word, scare-free. All right, so let's take that question maybe. How many tests for each subject? Point number one. And one more. Okay. Is it okay to solve only question banks for preparation in 1 month? So I think Chinmaya sir can handle these two questions first. How many tests for each subject? And is it okay to solve only question banks for preparation in 1 month? Others, I have read it. We will answer it shortly.
Yes. So how many tests? In simple answer, as many tests is possible, but I would say at least one mock exam, in the sense, like the way you write the exams, you should sit in a place between 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, take 3 hours and sit and write it. And then after writing it, read your answer. You understand the pain of a validator, how difficult it is to understand your handwriting, how difficult it is to understand your language of expression, and give marks. Because you understand the validator, he has to understand your language, your expression, he has to understand institute language, institute expression. Both are difficult. Validator, show some merciness, so write it in simple words. And when you read your own answers, you'll understand the pain of a validator. So at least one, beyond that, how much ever possible, you can do it. Is a question bank is sufficient to solve in last 1 month? I would not say question bank, I would not say study material, I would not say this material. Whatever every book or every subject, you have one basic book, right? Whether class book or study material, some textbook. Focus on that. Second point, you should do only the main points. Don't try to cover 100% syllabus. Don't try to be a superhuman being, Superman in last 30 days. You cannot. If you try to be a Superman, there's one good place for it. That's called as mental hospital. You will be admitted there. You cannot do 100% in last 30 days. Don't even attempt it. It's unnecessary effort, and you when you expect too much, you don't meet, you'll always fall short of expectations, you lose confidence. So focus on the areas which you know well, which you have done well, and in those areas, any questions you have already marked as important. For example, in portfolio management, one good problem is there. All possible calculations are there in one problem. So that one problem, you do mark it for revision, do it continuously. In some other paper, maybe 2-3 problems together. Theory paper, you might have prepared your charts, your own notes or summary points. So this is the time to focus on what you know and not outside of it. That's the example I gave you at the beginning. When something is in front of you, just focus on it. Don't worry about outside that.
Then Sai Nandini says, I don't think we should categorize the topics because this time, that is in November 20, category C areas has been asked more. So what do we do? So Sai Nandini, this entire session is for the last month plan, right? And the last month generally, see, there may be some attempts where they give category C more and all that, but ideally, see, when we have to studying for the first time, we have to study everything. But now in the last 1 month, it's very difficult to say from category C more will come, from category A more will come. Predominant experience has been from all the analysis, it's that the core areas that they are going to ask more. So going by that logic, you need to stick to that method itself, in my opinion. If sir wants to add, I'll just give it to him 1 second. And let's see, related to this question, if there are any other questions, give us ABC analysis for group 1 and day-wise schedule. So they're asking for day-wise schedule and all that. Similar. Okay, there's one more thing. Test series for Jan 21. Okay, we will see what can be done. Okay, so these 2 questions. What can be left for law and all they're asking? Okay, we'll answer that. Which chapter to skip in law? Okay, basically you cannot skip anything. You would have already studied, right? You should have studied everything. But now you just have to, see the important areas. So subject wise, maybe we'll do a different video or else I'll share it on our respective groups. Subject wise, what are important, that is different thing. But 2 questions here, that category wise analysis, if they are giving more in category C, what to do is the question. And can we write short form in exams like DM? Pankaj, no man, you can't write all those things. SC for surcharge. SC can be Supreme Court also, no? You cannot write all that. Okay, 1 second. These 2 questions.
Yeah, I'll address those. Category C, this is more like a trading in stock market, right? Every day will you lose 20%? You don't. Only 1 or 2 days can happen. But does not mean every day you think like, okay, today I'll lose 20% or today I'll make 20%. You never play for extreme cases. Extreme cases can happen. So out of 100 times, 3 times the less important topics questions may be asked. We are not telling that should not be read. We are telling what need to be focused on. And what need to be focused on, which has come in the past many number of times. History is the only way to prepare for a future in a scientific manner. We can say that no, I cannot predict the question paper at all. It's like random walk theory in strategic financial management. It's a random walk of a drunkard person. We don't know what it will be. Then you can never prepare. On what base will you prepare? How will you optimize? And also, your definition of category C topics is also very important. That just whichever topics you don't know, you don't put under category C topics. That's not the way. So you should focus. Have you done analysis of past papers? In my textbooks I have covered. Every topic In a chapter, topic wise I have covered in which attempt, which question came for how many marks. And that you can say that, okay, I know this topic has not come in many exams, this has high probability of coming in exam. Then you can confidently talk about, okay, category C topic as being asked in exams. So I don't think anybody student would have gone to that extent because that is not your area. A faculty would have done it, make use of it.
Similar to that, can we focus on questions which have come in the November cycle?
This is again more of a recency effect. Stock market is going up now, shall I invest? So what will happen? You invest at a peak level. Now stock market going down, I will exit. So what will happen now? You know, in March when market is down, everybody exited. And now market is up, everybody invest. In November question came, you read that. And it does not come in January. In January question came, you read that. It does not come in November, May. Where do you stop it? You never go by recency effect. You always focus on intrinsic value of a company. You always focus on the basic concepts, basic areas, main areas, what need to be understood from the subject point of view. Don't read, okay, what can be asked in exam point of view. You can see, okay, this question is likely to come more in exam, I'll focus on that. But never prepare only for that. Always stick to the crux of the subject, because after writing the exams, life is not over. More difficult areas comes in life. That's where you need to be prepared for. Of course, you can't cover everything conceptually, but focus should be always on the basic crux of the subject, not just towards examination. Towards exam will optimize. It's not just about the examination.
Is it compulsory to quote section number in law, Akshata? If you remember, you quote. Otherwise, don't quote. It's okay. But don't write the wrong section number. I've always told that. And as far as the ABC analysis of law, I've already done it in my classes. I mean, those of you even have not opted my classes for my class, it's okay. It's there on my YouTube channel. So where we divide everything into clusters. I mean, there are 4 or 5 questions on law. That's why I'm addressing. Divide everything into clusters. So basically there are 15 clusters, and from each cluster 1 question minimum will come. So that's how we divide and rule. That's how we have done it in law. So you can check those initial videos, the first day, second day videos where I've shown you the cluster analysis. That itself is the ABC analysis, where what would be important, what is not important. Now, for example, FEMA, the history has told that FEMA comes for around 4 marks, sometimes 6 marks. Now sometimes it can come for 8 marks and sometimes only 2 marks, but average around 4 marks it has come. So that's how it is. Test series, I mean, as of now we don't have any test series as such, and for January it's too late to start with any test series. Whatever questions are available, I would suggest you to solve those question papers. Which chapter to skip in law, etc. can be understood if you have seen my cluster analysis. So using that analysis and the number of questions that have come in each cluster and the number of marks that have come in each cluster, you can figure out which chapter to, rather than telling skipping, I am saying which chapter should you revise more and which chapter should you revise less is what you need to see. Okay, 2 more questions. One is, I have an exemption in my optional subject. So effectively I have 4.5 days for DT. How will I maximize this while revising after you've already studied once? Then any suggestion from you for study for longer hours? And many of you have asked for day-wise plan. So this will not work, I'll tell you why, because each person is different. Now I used to study 2 subjects a day, and maybe Chinmaya sir used to study 3 subjects a day. Some people, I know a rank holder who has studied 8 subjects a day. So if I give you a day-wise plan, like law you study for 5 hours, it doesn't work. So it honestly, in my opinion, depends on what you want to do, right? But longer hours, sir can answer for sure. And the other one is, yeah, longer hours, and the other one is for DT, 4.5 days. Is there how to maximize the time? How to manage time properly for 60 paper exam? You need to write the answers, buddy. And honestly, even if you write for 80-85 marks accurately, you'll end up getting 60-65. So don't worry about it. Stick to the question and ensure that you've written all the provisions properly. Since it's an open book exam, let's not waste time on sort of searching for the answer. You should know predominantly from which area the answer comes. So how to answer the question in 6D? You can again go to my YouTube channel. I have analyzed some 2 to 3 case studies. How to analyze the question. So it will actually help you write it faster. Okay, that is one part. So 2 questions sir will address: how to study for long hours, and if I have 4.5 days for DT, how to address that. Day-wise plan, etc. will not work out in my opinion. If sir has something to add, he will definitely add. One second.
Day-wise, there's a broad timetable I can give it to you. They're not very specifics. I'll just share it with you towards the end. One more thing I'll just address, the question which is asked, short forms. I know that short forms, because first of all you're used to write in your SMS language, that cannot be used. You means you read you only. Those things, they can definitely not be used. Certain things can be used, like private limited. You are not required to write PREV at full your own account. ACC, OUNT you need not write. So standard short forms are allowed. And one more kind of, some short forms are there which you can create. For example, you told DM for direct material, which definitely you cannot use as it is, but you can find a way out. How? Well, starting an answer, write DM colon direct material. As long as you're able to understand the validator, you are able to do it. So don't, if you want to use your own short forms, don't use too much. But see, DM and all, we use it in class also. Does not mean you can write in exam. You can write in exam by creating a maybe glossary, or at the start of a problem, a start of every solution, make it very clear what short forms you mean. And some standard short forms like private, limited, account and all, you can definitely make use of it. Studying for longer number of hours, you can do by mixing the subjects, not too many subjects. Again, portfolio management theory, don't put all the eggs in the same basket. So don't read one subject continuously. So 3 hours theory paper law, 3 hours practical paper FR. And again, don't go to 3 hours audit paper. That is too much of mix and match. Already you're confused, don't add fuel to that. So 2 subjects I think is very ideal. And as you move towards the exam, like last 15 days, 1 subject a day would be fine. And towards the exams, I think last 1 month is there, last 15 days are there. I don't think reading long number of hours will be really difficult. Only thing you have to keep track is your food habits. Make sure that you eat what is required, not what you like. Don't try to make a choice over there. Don't try to make a planning about what to eat. Whatever was possible you eat, whatever made at home you eat. After exam, even if you want to decide to fall sick, you can fall sick after the exams. So till the exams, take your food habits. Reading longer number of hours will automatically come when you just focus on what need to be read. You keep focusing on that, you'll be able to prepare it. Preparation about 4.5 days subject. If you talk about the paper taxes, it's just like preparing any other subject. You know what you have read, and you should have a plan for what to read a day before exam or 2 days before exam if you have more number of days. So try to make a plan in advance. When I am preparing after one exam, before next exam, that gap is there, what need to be read. In our case, it was more crucial because we did not have those holidays in between. It was just straightforward examination. So in that case, we had to prepare a lot earlier. What to be read, a plan for plan. What to be read, also we have to be very, very clear. It's very crucial. So that way, you make a simple plan, what to be read, and stick according to that. And don't keep too much to read towards the exam. And day before exam also, don't try to read everything. What you cannot read in 365 days, you cannot read in 1 hour, one day or 1 hour. I have seen people, just before exam also, they carry big books. 2 o'clock is the timing, means 1:45 you have to enter, 1:44 also you turn the pages. Relax. Trust yourself. Don't try to cover too much towards the end, because recency effect will be there. What is recency effect? Whatever you read last will have it. Last in, first out. Your mind will work like that. So you should also give a little bit of rest for your mind. So day before exam, have a plan what to be read, and a reasonable plan, practical plan, not an over enthusiastic plan, and stick to that. Even if you're not able to cover 5-10% of plan, that's fine. But don't try to read too much towards the end. That will always spoil your confidence. That is what I mean. Don't focus on what you don't know. Focus on what you know. Let's go for a few more quick questions. I think I have already covered this, but still. Avoid worry on amendments. Institute has come up with new study material. Is it applicable for our exams? Should I read it? If I say yes, can you read it? Then your attempt will become May only, effectively. You start preparing for it. So don't worry about the new area towards the end. When you are getting married, don't think about the other person. It's going to spoil everybody's life. So when your exam is in Jan, you have a material to be prepared. You have read fully, partially, as the case may be. Stick to that material. Don't move into multiple places. Try to avoid group discussion. You will be part of many Telegram groups, WhatsApp groups, you will be admin of many things as well. There they will post, okay, this notes is important, this is colorful charts will come, some faculty will send, this is important for January. Don't worry about all those things. If you're confident, you can just glance through it, but if new things comes, then you don't start panicking and say, oh, this I should need to read. Not required. So avoid discussing too many things, focus on what you already know, don't worry about amendments, don't worry about the new areas. Avoid new methods, materials. Somebody will tell you, consolidation you can do faster, like this. Consolidation you have been with strong or heavy heart, you have been doing in one method. Now suddenly one new method comes, which is attractive, which is tempting. Don't go for new method. This is not the time to cover new areas. This is not the time to fall into new relationships. Whatever is there, just continue it, that is sufficient. So don't worry on amendments, don't worry about the group discussion. I'll just quickly go through the day-wise plan. Again, not a detailed day-wise plan, because detailed day-wise plan means you prepare Excel sheet, you follow up it, and then you need time to prepare that only. A broad day-wise plan. You can take a screenshot and you can save it if you want to follow this. So I have done from day 1 to day 30 in a gap of 3 days. You can do a gap of 5 days, you can do a gap of 6 days according to your examination. I have designed for all the 8 papers, for IPC also, for final also. So because last 30 days should be for revision purpose, plus 1 mock exam. So what I have told you, day 3 days, you write 1 mock exam and then you revise. Mock day 4 to 6, the paper 1 you do mock read. Mock read means what? First 3 days you have written, and then you have, first 3 days you have revised, and then you have written exam. Next 3 days, second subject will start, but in that second subject you start, you need to analyze in the first subject with what mistakes you have done. When you need to analyze your paper, oh, okay, this is where I've done the mistake. Those topic, at least let me check it. So this will happen like a relay, you know, one person will give it to another person, other person will give it to next person. So that's how, like a relay, this plan is prepared. So first 3 days, you do 1 paper and 1 mock exam. Next 3 days, next paper will start, and the previous paper you need to revise. And next 3 days, next paper will start, and previous 3 paper will revise. I've just given 3 days in a plan. You can go through it. If you're writing 1 group, you can make 6 days a plan. Or some subjects you might require 5 days, some subjects you might require 3 days. That's according to your customization, make it. This is the broad plan, which I just wanted to share it with you. Okay, regarding SFM exams, I would like to address that. November exams, SFM is difficult. Again, I'm tempted to give you the example. Stock market will be down in 2008. And 2008, we had a depression almost. And 2008 is one of the difficult question paper in SFM, you can see. 2020, we have a stock market fall. And 2020 is one of the difficult question paper you can expect, which had happened. Now you know what is happening. Market has recovered. So in my opinion, in Jan-May, SFM is going to be easy paper. If my prediction were to come true. I don't know. Definition of easy, difficult are relative, but still. If I see correlation with stock market, this is what clear thing I can observe. Okay. And at the same time, all 8 papers will not be of the similar kind. You say SFM paper is difficult. What about FR paper? That was a cakewalk, right? That was the easiest, one of the simplest question you can expect in examination happened. You know, earlier exam what happened? FR was difficult paper. SFM was the easiest paper. That was the past exam. In November 19 it happened. So you can't prepare for that. Don't even think about difficult, easy. That's left to us. We faculties which don't have any other job will be doing all those things. Difficult, easy analysis. Why you worry about it? What is your area? What you have read? Okay, I've read so much in portfolio management, so much in forex, so much derivative. This is my method. If question comes in those areas, I will do it. Always stick to that. Don't try to worry too many things outside that, which is not in your control. And some paper will be difficult. If you want to write this sentence, write it down. I keep telling this, I'm telling once more. Confidence in a subject, learning in a subject is not knowing all the answers. It is about having the confidence, having the ability to face any questions. I know the concepts, any question let it come, I will face it. have that thing, you can face any question in exam, you can face any challenge in life also. In life, there is no syllabus. Question keeps on coming in. You have to face it. So don't worry about this difficult one, easy one, all those things. Therefore, just focus on what you know. It's not possible to read it, then we will share the screen, don't worry, the screenshot of this particular plan, we'll share in our respective Telegram channels also, you can use it.
I guess now you can see, guys, just check it out. I think now it's visible, you can take a picture because we just exited from the screen. We'll come back, but just quickly take a picture, and nevertheless the same thing we will also share it on our groups, right? So this should be enough for you to check it out, right? That is one part. Right. Okay, so you're right, Vineet, we should focus on what we have than what we cannot have ever. SFM sir has already addressed it. Then what else is there? Day-wise schedule, I told you why it is not a good idea, because when overall day-wise schedule sir can give, and is anyway given now, the mock exam schedule as well, you can stick to this. Anything else? Any other questions, buddies? Anything else you can write? Any plan for audit? Please provide subject-wise core areas, must do chapters, so that you can, you anyway will be following few professors who will be giving their lectures. Law I have already given in my cluster analysis. As I told you, in law there is nothing which is like very important, nothing which is not very important, everything is important. From each cluster they will get questions, but those clusters where questions come more, I have already discussed, so you can check that out. And sir also in his channel has already done it for FR and SFM. And audit, also you can check whichever faculty you would like. So just blindly trust one faculty. It can be any faculty for that matter, but just stick to one faculty. The problem is the same subject, if you see 4 faculty, they'll give 4 different views. So the thing is, the problem is then you'll get confused. Then you will also become your own faculty and then, put whatever you feel like. So strongly suggest just stick to one person, whichever it is, no problem. So law, there are so many faculty. If you feel whichever faculty works for you, please stick to the one person. That's what I'm trying to tell. How many hours should we study? Okay, how many hours should we probably revise is what Mayur is asking. Maybe sir can explain that in this 1 month.
Yeah, how many hours, if you take 30 days, all 30 days you read, assuming it, even 10 hours a day, 300 hours. But I don't think that addressed any of your worries, because how many hours a day you read does not matter. It's about what you want to cover. Did you cover those topics? If you have covered well earlier, even 5 hours per day is sufficient. If you have not covered earlier, you may have to go for 12 hours, 13 per hour day. On an average, if you talk, I think 10 to 12 hours is the effective number of hours which you can give, effective number of hours, 10 to 12. Because you sit for 3 hours, you can only read maximum about 50% is your effective areas, your labor costing and all should teach you these things. Okay, this is what 15 days plan. Any other questions you can ask?
Discussion of paper for November 20 exam. Okay. Do you think it will really help you, Gautam? Isn't it like just going to the past and doing something and then getting more tensed? Anyway, I'll do it. Anyway, I'm preparing that. I'll have to see the paper. Let me do that, no problem. How to cover theory portion in FR?
In SFM, I understand there's something called as theory portion. In FR, there is nothing called as theory portion. It's all standards. Your syllabus is full of standards. You should understand those situations, what does the standard says, and you should answer it. So apart from consolidation, everything else is a theory question, everything is a conceptual question. So no method to prepare specifically for theory question, but I would say please try to follow charts for FR, because content is so huge, you can't read the theory, you need to have a summary format. So if you have a regular classes in your class, I'm sure you would have prepared, stick to those charts or available, or if you can quickly find us charts, I don't suggest you buy new thing, but at least for important areas, try to prepare your own charts. That is the way to reduce the time during revisions stages. Again I repeat, for SFM November exam came difficult, you focus on November, FR becomes difficult next attempt, you will never follow the process till the end. So you focus on what need to be read, don't try to take the position of a validator, let the validator take his thing, and don't try to worry about the analysis, that's left to us, faculties. Student's job is just to focus on the key areas and learn from it, apply it in examination. Started the classes, Ind AS 8, 10, etc. Okay, Ind AS 8, 10. These are half an hour standards, right? These are your IPC level standards. And every standard is like that only. Ind AS 10, 10, 36, 38, you name it. What to be kept in mind? I can add maybe one more point in FR. In every standard, there will be key concepts plus key words. Maybe you can focus on that. See, for example, Ind AS 10 you told, event occurring after balance sheet date. What is event occurring after balance sheet date? The event should have happened after the balance sheet date, before the approval, and that should be relating to condition existing on balance sheet date. Concept is that. What is the keyword? Adjusting event is a keyword. Then situation existing on the reporting date is adjusting event. Then the conditions arose after balance sheet date is a non-adjusting event. So you understand the concepts and understand the keywords. That keywords you use it in exam, and key concepts try to apply it. So keywords to be used and key concept to be applied. Maybe this technique you can apply while following FR theory topics what you told. So when you use the keywords, the validator also will be able to connect. You understand what I'm saying? See, when you go to a marriage function, if somebody talks CA, they might be talking some other CA, but you think, okay, CA means what? You connect, because that words hearing will be making you to connect to them. Similarly, when you use keywords, the validator will connect with your emotions, with your feelings. So use the keywords, and every standard will have a key concepts. Try to focus on that. I'm sure when you attended the FR classes, the FR faculty would have told you, or when you prepare the chart, use those keywords and prepare. So continuously you can keep repeating it and revising it.
And don't watch too many videos, too many faculty, don't follow, just follow one person. It can be us, it can be anybody, guys. I'm not saying follow us only. For each subject you will have one faculty, right? There are many faculty, all of them are good, just stick to one, because each of them will give a different tip. So if you feel that our tips are fine, just stick to it, right? And one positive thing by Sai Nandini, who is now telling that time to stop over imagining the worst case scenarios. Yes, like for example SFM November 20. So the thing is, stop over imagining things. There's no crying over spilt milk. So that's why I don't want to dissect the November 20 paper and then again scare you further or give you confidence. It can go both ways. So I'll do the video whenever I get the time, definitely, but it should not be like, okay, you should do it, I should analyze it, and then it will help me for Jan 21. I personally do not believe that that may happen, but nevertheless, I will definitely do that. Yes, all right. So thanks to Asidesh that your charts are helping. Good. So stick to the charts. As sir told, FR, SFM and law, everything, stick to the charts. Because you don't have any time to do, you can't sit and study everything, you just have 1 month to go. So only stick to the charts, it will help you for sure. And sir will now give you tips on 15 minutes reading time, how to strategize. It's very, very important, so please listen in.
Okay. This slightly a tricky one. Only thing is, last 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes in exam, you will have only question paper with you. So what are the things you need to focus on? You need to think about an expert in your life who will come with you throughout your life. In that last 15 minutes, please pay tributes. Please have respect. Please try to memory or try to recollect that expert person's image, which is not me, which is not him or any other faculty. It is going to be you. You have done 3 years of articleship. Let me tell you, it's not an easy job. People even say, if you serve 3 years of articleship, even after the life, you go to hell, you are exempted for 3 years. You already served 3 years. It may sound that bad, but all bad things comes to you not to make you weak, it makes you more stronger person, because even difficult thing comes, you can face it. So you're thinking like SFM worst paper, right? Okay, difficult question paper comes, don't start shiver. Try to think about 3 years of articleship. You feel automatically good, because nothing can go worse beyond that. These question papers and all is very simple. It comes and after 6 months it goes, right? And yeah, and just let me tell you one more thing. I keep telling you this, but towards the end, it's worth sharing it with you. At every stage of your life, that stage seems difficult. Previous stage seems easy. You come to high school, your primary school seems easy. High school becomes difficult. You come to college, college becomes difficult. High school becomes easy because you completed. You come to CA course, you feel college is not at all exam, time pass. CA is the real exam. Then in CA you come to intermediate, you feel foundation is not exam. What chiller? 4 paper, 400 marks or 200 marks. Multiple choice questions, easy. All basics, foundation, small things only. Intermediate is high level. You come to articleship, you feel intermediate is very easy. Articleship is the real main job, managing life, managing relatives' expectations, managing client expectation, managing boss expectation, coming to classes, and having time for your girlfriend, boyfriend. It's not an easy thing to manage. You write CA final exam, you feel articleship is still better. Because articleship, 3 years, there is a cutoff point. In CA final exam, no ending point. You keep on writing exam after exams. Then you join job. You feel writing exam was easy. Even though many number of times, it was under my control, no? Because you can read whenever you want. Job means it's under somebody else. Then you get married, everything in life becomes more simple, easier. So at every stage, it seems difficult, but try to relax yourself. Till your life so far, you have seen many problems, many troubles. Those troubles are not there, you are there still here, which means you are bigger than your problems. So stop giving too much respect to your problems and start giving respect to yourself. So in the last 15 minutes, when you read the question paper, there is every possibility that you might feel, I have not read anything at all. A mind blank can happen. Let all those things happen, but ultimately trust yourself. I have enough practical experience. I have done sufficient preparation. I can face this question. Have that confidence in you, and when you read the question, you will be able to address it. And one last simple point. When you read the question, your mind process should be, okay, what I had practical experience, can I connect? What I have prepared, can I connect? Just try to think on those 2 lines, because many things could have come in practical life, may not have come in your books in classes, but it might come in exams. So only 2 sources of your knowledge. Don't think about somebody else. Don't look at other person, what he is doing, because everybody will be going through the same process. So just focus on what topic I have read, can I connect, and what is learnt in practical life, can I connect. And one small point, which seems exaggeration, but I should tell you this. Many times students have told me this, sir, I've solved all your problems. I've attended your classes, I've read all the books, study material, but you know what happens? Somehow, what we discussed in class came to my mind, I answered it. Many law things also have told, SFM, FR also they have told me, that the class discussion, they try to they remember, not only our faculties, I'm telling, any other faculties. Somehow, because rather than reading, somehow listening had more impact. So when you read a problem, when you read anything, see and close your eyes, can I recollect what is done in the class? On those days, what happened? Or what color I've seen? Which day it was? If you try to recollect, your brain is capable of you. It said that we use only 2% of our brain. So last 15 minutes, the simple strategy is trust yourself. You are an expert. You are going to become a chartered accountant. Your signature, your autograph will be called as audit the financial statements, and a 2-letter word will be added behind your name. So you have earned that capacity over a period of time. It's just a matter of examination, which is a formality to get in formality words. In substance over form, you say, in form, you need to add the 2 letters behind your name. So last 50 minutes, read the question paper, trust yourself. I'm sure many questions you'll be able to get it out of it. Yes. Any other questions? You can go through it.
Problem with theory. I keep forgetting what I learned or studied. So how to address this theory?
One more question was there. I missed it. That is how to address SCMP. To be honest, I don't even know full form correctly. I think strategic financial management, so this is strategic cost management and performance evaluation. I don't know this heading or it's a sentence. I think if you read the full form heading, you should get 5 marks. Only thing I know about that subject is it has changed a lot. It's not your AMA paper, advanced management, and not costing. The names also changed drastically. So it's a very fresh thing. It's more of a case study thing. That's all I know. But what kind of case study comes there, I also not sure about it. That's my straightforward answer. So I cannot give you the idea where which I am not exposed to. So what I have read is standard costing, marginal costing, transfer pricing. They are there now, but very minimal. And QT, which LPP, TP, I think all those things are not there now. It's more of a question case study based, practical based. I think now that is more of your common sense approach, case study approach. So only thing I know is it's a new basis. So your preparation also should be according to that. Just keep it in mind. Yeah, theory, you are not able to remember. I told you, charts is one technique. And the second thing is use the keywords. Don't try to read everything. And one thing I've seen people, you read one page. You go to next page. After 2 minutes, you turn the page somehow. You don't turn it because of just the air and all. It just gets turned and you see, okay, I'm not able to recollect anything. You read for one full day. Then you try to think, what I've read, nothing comes to your mind. That's possible. That's natural. But once you start reading it 1 or 2 sentences, your brain will be able to recollect. Your brain, the neural system is connected such a way that it's connected like a network, like a Facebook friends list. It's connected. So you remember one topic, you will be able to remember other topic. So keywords and charts will help you. And one more small technique which may help you whether theory or practical, where it is, you can use this one small simple technique. When you're reading very important area, which you want to remember, and you keep forgetting, you cannot do for all the areas, certain areas. Try to attach some flavor to that. For example, you're reading foreign exchange, a cross rate problem. Very difficult. You understand when you read. Later, you do it yourself, you're not able to recollect. So while doing that, you know what you should do? Keep looking at one particular color. Let's say keep looking at orange color. I mean, orange means become political. You keep looking at green color maybe. You keep looking at one color continuously. Do one cross-rate problem, keep looking at it. When you do it yourself, think about that color which you solved. Your brain will be able to recollect. I cannot give scientific explanation, but I've read sufficient theories about it. It can be a color, it can be a flavor. Like particular area you're doing, in that area you have particular drink in the sense normal, let's say you have Mazda or you have some particular flavor to it. You remember about that, you can collect it. Or maybe fruits. So whenever doing some difficult topic in audit, try to have apple. So whenever in examination, you want to recollect those topics, recollect about apple, some more connections will be there. Or maybe you can listen to some song. So when you're doing some difficult areas in taxation, some minimum alternate tax math, and you try to recollect about that song which you heard. That song, your brain would have connected. I mean, don't try to do too many things. Your brain also might get confused. But for some important areas, which you keep forgetting, you can apply this memory technique where you can apply some other flavor attached to it and remember the flavor, your brain might be able to recollect it.
So I guess it was helpful, guys. So thanks to Chinmaya sir for spending time. It was really nice coming like this. We've done 3-4 sessions. It's always fun. So he's already spoken about his wife. So I think today he's not allowed to sleep in his house. So we need to, after this, it's already proof is also there in this video. Right? All right. So I think all the very best buddies, and also please follow sir's channel. It is Advait Learning FRSFM by Chinmaya Hegde sir. So please follow it. He has put a lot of interesting videos and all your ABC analysis, everything is there in that. So please follow, right? You need to follow. It's very simple. Just go type in Advait Learning FRSFM Chinmaya Hegde, you'll get that. Subscribe to that channel. You'll really get a lot of wonderful things. In fact, everything was part of Advait Learning before. But we thought each faculty should have a separate channel, and there are so many videos. I think almost 100 videos you have put already. So please do that. All right. On that note, buddies, thank you so much for coming today. There are so many people, 50-60 people coming here and recurring, concurrent. So excellent. Any more stock market analysis videos? Yeah, he'll put Siddesh. He's doing it. So he'll definitely put that. it will be there always. All right, on that note, buddies, thank you so much for your time. If you have any other doubts also, you can address, you can text sir on the group, text me on the group. We will address it accordingly. If we don't answer, please keep reminding us. Please keep reminding us, we will remind, because so many messages are there. Sometimes it's difficult, but don't give up. You are not giving up in CA, so don't give up on us also. Keep, reminding us, we will definitely reply. All right. On that note, thank you so much guys for coming. All the very best. Take care. We will be doing more such videos. If it's going to help the students, you're always for the students. Okay. Cheers. Bye. Take care.